Hi, y'all. My name is Ataris Anthony Huskey. I'm the co founder of Still Ill LLC, and it is a book publishing and music distribution company. I know I move around a lot. I can't sit still for nothing in the world. But, anyways, I also am the author of Until Irene. And today I'm going to be reading a passage out of the book. It has a lot of profanity in it, yes, because I'm grown as fuck and I can curse. Let me stop. But anyways, I love all my supporters, like, for real. Like, I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Like, I've been through a lot. I don't know if y'all know, but I know the people that I've met in person. I already shared my story with them. So, last year, I lost 2 of my jobs because mentally I was not there at all. During all of that, my home was destroyed by a natural disaster, which was the aftermath of Hurricane Isaias. Oh, however you say that shit. But it was a tornado that destroyed the whole trailer park. My motherfucking shit just smashed into the trailer in front of me, and rest in peace to the lady that died and the man that died in his house. And I want to thank God for the people that survived. I want to thank God for my life, for my children's lives. Like, we was not there that night. My husband was telling me, well, he was my fiance at the time, was telling me to leave the house. Like, do not stay there. And usually in the past, I would stay there throughout all storms and natural disasters. I didn't give a damn. I was like, no, bro, I'm tired. I just got off work. I'm staying here at this house. You ain't about to tell me what to do. Yeah, I'm that type of girl, bro. I'm like, bro, I ain't about to listen to you. I'm done. I can't do it. No, I'm tired. When I'm tired, I'm tired. Everybody know me. When I'm tired, I'm not doing nothing else. So he was like, you don't leave. I ain't talking to you no more. You, like, I'm serious. Like, he like, I got a feeling. So I'm like, bro, let me just go ahead and just listen to this man. And he was like, oh, you got the manuscript? Because at that time, I was writing a book. Because we was going through a whole bunch. So I was like, no, I don't have the manuscript. Ain't nothing gonna happen. So he was like, take your ass back and go get that manuscript. I took my ass back and grabbed the manuscript. 1:30 in the morning, I got text messages, calls from family and friends. You okay? I heard about, what happened. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I get on Facebook and I see, there's a lot of bodies. Well, a status saying there's a lot of bodies all over the place, over there on Morning Road. And I'm just like, what the hell are they talking about on Morning Road? And then my ex-husband called me and he was like, yeah, the trailer is gone. And there's nothing left. And I just sat there and I cried and I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? What am I going to do? I said, well, thank God I grabbed the manuscript. And I'm like, thank God this man just kept telling me to leave. Like, he was adamant. Like, he was not going to give up until I left that house. And I was just like, God sent this man in my life. Like, I'm getting emotional right now. Woo! He sent this man to me to save me. Like, woo. All right, I'm done. Whew, okay. But, yep, that's a part of my story. And I'm going to read a piece of this book. All right. And like I said, it's called Until Irene. Tommy was sitting nervously inside of the kitchen when he heard the front door shut. He jumped to his feet and headed for the living room. His anxiety subsided once he saw that it was only Stephanie, although he was still agitated by the unexpected visitor that he had earlier, and it was evident in his tone when he spoke to her. "Where have you been?" Stephanie was headed toward him when he inquired about her whereabouts, but stopped in mid-stride to assess his demeanor. He appeared upset, and she wondered if he'd already known where she'd been. "I went to see a friend," she told him. "Damn, girl, you could have at least called and told me that you weren't going to be here when I got home. I waited around for you for hours." His angered words reminded her all that he'd been through, and she immediately regretted having left his side for part of the day, although she wasn't quite that certain that she had any other choice but to. She made that trip out to see Click Clack's baby mom for him. "Oh, honey, I'm sorry," she said, closing the distance between the two of them and wrapping her arms around his waist. "I shouldn't have left your side. I truly apologize," she said, looking up into his eyes. Tommy returned her embrace and gazing down at his fiancée and taking notice of her angelic features, his nerves calmed, and he thought better of his complaints toward her. He wondered what would have happened had she been the one to come home first and found a black cop sitting inside of their kitchen as if he were at home. It frightened him to think that the toothless animal might have harmed his precious lady. He made a decision then to keep the uninvited government officials' presence inside of their home to himself. Not wanting to trouble her with the disturbing news, he leaned forward and she rose up on her tiptoes so that they could share a kiss. Several minutes passed before he released her. "Come into the kitchen, honey, and let me make you something to eat," she told him soothingly. Tommy followed her without protest. He found his seat that he occupied before she returned home and watched as Stephanie laid her Chanel shoulder bag on top of the counter, then made her way over to the refrigerator. She paused as she peered inside, and he was once again caught up in her beauty. There was an illuminating ray of sunshine coming in through an overhead window that had been designed to brighten up the room and its facilities, as was the very case at present, and it bathed her creamy features in a sea of gold dust. Her hair was silky black and hung loosely down her back, curling without prejudice wherever it so chose to. She was truly breathtaking, and Tommy had no clue as to what he'd do or what he'd become if he were to ever lose her. "So, where have you been?" he asked quietly, and it was apparent to Stephanie that there was no accusation in his tone. She found what she'd been in search of and placed it on the counter beside the aisle. Reaching inside several of the cabinets before her, she removed several dry goods and appliances that she would need to prepare their meal. Busying herself, Stephanie kept her back to Tommy as she made her best attempt to provide him with an answer to his inquiry. "Tommy, do you trust me?" "Yes, Steph, you know I do." He wondered why she responded to his question with one of her own. "You sure? Do you really trust me?" "Yeah, babe," he told her, watching her intently as she moved gracefully and deliberately through the golden haze. It was amazing how the storm that had once haunted them had abruptly subsided. "Do you trust my judgment?" she asked, and that set Tommy on alert. Stephanie's tone had taken on a hint of nervousness, and Tommy hadn't missed it. He stood and made his way across the room, stopping when he was standing directly behind her. She paused when she felt his hands on her waist, but continued when he bent and kissed the nape of her neck. "Why are you asking me these questions?" he asked her softly, his lips near her ear. "You know that I trust you, Steph." The margarine that she placed in the skillet began to sizzle, and its garlic scent filled the room with a delicious aroma. She sprinkled a pinch of parsley and cilantro into the pan, and then began to lay several raw boneless chicken strips inside of the buttered seasoning. Damn, that sounds good. Oh, while the meat cooked slowly, she began to prep several side dishes for their meal. She was trying to prolong the answer to the last question for as long as possible, because she was afraid of what his reaction might be to what she knew she had to tell him. Tommy was growing impatient. Stephanie. Tommy, I went to see someone today. Someone like who, babe? Click-clack's baby mother. Click-clack's baby mother, she confessed in a clipped tone. Stephanie regretted the words as soon as they slipped from her lips. He whirled her around to face him, and with a snap, he spoke harshly to his angel. What? What the fuck do you mean? I know that you didn't just say what the fuck I thought you did. Tommy, hon, I only did it because what? He asked, cutting her off. What in the fuck were you thinking by going over there? That's the old lady of my fucking enemy. And you just walked your little ass over there without me knowing? Are you fucking stupid or something? Tommy, no. And you don't have to talk to me like that. I was only trying to defuse the oncoming trouble between you and... No one told you to do anything. Stephanie, you don't take it upon yourself to make decisions like that, because that shit could have backfired. We are at war. What if those motherfuckers would have thought to kidnap you or worse? You could have really jeopardized what me and my crew have worked hard to build. Don't you see how stupid that was? Stephanie took a deep breath as she fought to keep control of her emotions. She refused to cry under the current circumstances. I was only trying to help. Oh yeah, you fucking helped, all right. You just made me look like a vulnerable sitting duck is what you did. They just killed my sister. He screamed at her. It was an accident, she pleaded, hoping desperately that he'd understand her motives more clearly. No, he said venomously. It ain't going down like that. Those motherfuckers gonna pay for what they did. Please, Tommy, Stephanie said, reaching up to caress his face. She knew that she shouldn't say any more because there was no use. She kept the discussion that she and Curtis had to herself and would only hope for the best to come out of their situation. Shoving her hands away, Tommy glared at his fiancée hatefully before turning on his heels and storming off. When the front door slammed shut, Stephanie broke out into tears. Oh, this fucked up, y'all, bro. He ain't have to do it like that. Hey, look, man, she was just trying to help. And then, you know, that's how females are. You know, we try to help our man out, and then they be, you know, they demand, okay, they demand, man. But anyways, that was a little part of Until Irene. This book is the shit. Okay, go get your copy. Go get your copy. Stop playing them games, now your girl. Come support your girl. Ataris Anthony Huskey. Yes, the co-founder of Still Ill. And yes, we are a book publishing company and a music distribution. And my husband also ghostwrites. So hit us up. Oh, and my Cash App is bpashell. And my Instagram name is brownskinbeauty25. So come follow me. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much.